that's fine.
Welcome back to the City Rock Showgram. Just heard from Bill Callahan off of the Holy Grail Bill Callahan Smog, a 2001 Peel Session EP. We heard Cold Discovery. Before that, new stuff from Bright Eyes. Bells and Whistles was the track. That new record is called Five Dice, All Threes. Not a Surf did Second Skin off of Moon Mirror, and we heard from Japan Droids off of their latest release, Fate and Alcohol. We heard Chicago. Well, friends, we've got quite a treat tonight. We've got Joshua Christy Pete and Tyler Christensen from Ronaldo Jenkins and the Teardrops. They've got a new EP coming out around the Christmas time frame, but they're not Christmas songs.
Not Christmas songs.
No.
I was mistaken earlier.
We got a name for the record too, Taxidermy Me, and we're trying to find a photo of like the hodgepodge taxidermy where someone takes two animals and puts them together and makes a weird. So if you happen to have any of those photos, please reach out to us. We don't have album art at all yet.
Yeah, and it's a Christmas thing kind of because Josh likes to release a Christmas album every year. So that's pretty much the Christmas theme of it.
Yeah.
And you said it's 5 songs, right?
Yep.
Awesome. And I mean, how many releases has Ronaldo put out over the years? Do you know off the top of your head?
I don't. For this year, we would have put out our 7-inch, that Rarities and Unreleased record, and then this record. And then I think during COVID, we probably did.
I think there was one more in there too, yeah. So is this the 5th one or?
Dude, I don't know.
This might be the 5th
A lot, Matt. Just a lot of releases. Yeah. I don't know how many.
Awesome. Well, we're going to have you here for a little while tonight. You're going to do 3 tracks off that new EP. We're going to hear one of them right now after a quick public service announcement. And then we're going to hear from some new stuff from Ronaldo Jenkins and the Teardrops.
Heard all the graded essays but one. He believed that one student was capable of more.
I don't believe taking the middle of the road is your philosophy. This time, write something you really believe.
The student wrote a new one about excellence. Instead of just grading an essay, Mr. Johnson changed their life. I am that student. I became a writer, and I wrote this to thank you. Thank your teacher, and pass it on from passidon.com.
Sad. You're the best nightmare that I've ever had. I was a prisoner tied up in chains, but I broke free of your love again. When I was with you, I was down and out, and I finally saw the light. So when you ask me how I'll be, well, I'll be alright, I'll be alright, I'll be alright, but you won't, baby, you won't. Looking back with rose-colored glass, I'm now one to focus on the past. Your tongue was sharp like a razor blade. Need your love like a kick to my head. When I was with you, I was down and out, but I finally saw the light. So when you ask me how I'll be, well, I'll be alright, I'll be alright, I'll be alright. But you won't, baby, you won't, baby, you won't, baby, you won't, me, baby. I know how this book ends. Think about you, I get sad. You're the best nightmare that I've ever had. I was a prisoner, tied up in chains. I broke free, yeah, I broke free. When I was with you, I was down and out, and I finally saw the light. So when you ask me how I'll be, well, I'll be alright. I'll be alright. I'll be alright. But you won't. Baby, you won't. Baby, you won't. Baby, you won't.
Wonderful. Ronaldo Jenkins and the Teardrops. Guys, what was that track called?
I'll be all right, but you won't.
Or maybe just I'll be all right. I don't. So yeah,
Yeah,
that'll come with the release.
we'll figure it out.
So you guys have a really cool way of working, as we've kind of maybe examined here early on. You're able to keep things kind of loose,
Yeah.
because of your situation having a studio,
Yep.
and then you two living so close to each other. Talk to me about how like the writing process can go with you guys able to just anytime get together and
Like so many people that I've talked to about writing, it's just there's no set way that it happens. So sometimes Tyler comes with a full song, sometimes I do. Sometimes it's a bridge we write together, sometimes it's a jam session. It's just the fact that this guy lives fucking 6 doors down from my house is just so amazing to me. I love it, man. That you have to be willing to put yourself out there and not feel judged or disappointed in an idea. And when me and Tyler have that, we just have a way of communicating. We're like, he can tell me he hates a part, but I know he doesn't hate me. And it's like, I think a lot of people in music get
Yeah.
very sensitive.
Yeah, the way we are in the studio is very rude to each other, kind of, where I think a lot of people take it wrong, and we just grow from it. Like it's a better way to be, that we are not sensitive. Like if someone goes, I don't like that part, we go, okay, but then what would you do? And then, so it's criticism, but it's helping the overall project is what it is. Yeah.
Now the band's been around for over a decade. It's kind of gone through changes here and there. Talk to me about kind of this current iteration of the band and kind of the direction you're taking it.
I would say that I'm always trying to go more poppy. I think the older you get, you're not as embarrassed by the fact that like you like a Jason Derulo song or whatever, or when you're younger, you're kind of anti that. He knows what I'm talking about.
Yeah, that one Jason Derulo song was
The
amazing.
one.
Yeah.
But so I think it's always going that way, just because that's where my tastes are going a little bit. But it's still under the guise of like punk rock or whatever.
Yeah, I think we go whatever way the song's going, but we're really trying to write like the perfect kind of pop song now. But that it comes in all different ways. Like sometimes we'll make a joke hip hop song, it's just whatever we're
also
feeling
just-
that night.
You also just heard a song that sounds like the Eagles. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like I get like we write a lot of different songs, but usually it's under that like punk rock umbrella.
Yeah, the next one's a little more punk rock that we're doing today. That's more our thing. But yeah, we didn't think we should do all acoustic punk rock songs because it just sounds kind of too,
All right, well, let's get into that next track in just a minute. We're going to hear from our friends at the Shepherd Express, and then more music with Ronaldo Jenkins and Teardrops.
WMSC is supported by listeners like you and the Shepherd Express, Milwaukee's daily website and monthly magazine.
I didn't see if he like pointed at you or something at the beginning. So
He went like this.
You just started playing.
He did the
And I'll do it
countdown.
again, too, just so you guys
Yeah.
Perfect.
I thought you saw it. That's
No.
why I was like, oh.
I was like, Tyler's being really rude right now.
You're
He's,
like-
playing loud.
I love her and I cannot stay. I'm all set to go. So we go to the liquor store. I'm already gone. Ride me, Jackie, oh, love me, the dance floor. I said, ride me, Jackie, oh, you gotta love me. Woo!
Well, there you go.
I'm bad at hand signals. I'm sorry, man. You're both pointing at me like, go, dude.
I was like, well, you start this one, so you have to. Like,
Can't trust me with nothing.
What was that track called again?
Tie me up.
All right. And that's going to be on the new EP
Correct.
titled Yet or No?
Taxidermy me.
That's right. You
Yeah,
said
yeah.
it already. I apologize.
No worries.
So, something too that maybe the listeners don't know is, Joshua, you pretty much engineer and produce everything that the band puts out.
Yep.
Talk to me about that. Is that something, I mean, you've been doing it for so long, I would assume that it's something you're comfortable with now, but was it a learning process, or do you always have like a thought in the back of your head, like, ooh,
There's not enough people that are self-reflective when it comes to songwriting, producing, anything like that. I think a lot of people just go like, "Oh, I'm great." I'm very judgmental about my recording processes, but then like it's not in a way where like I think I suck. It's I always want to be better. I want to be the best at this that I can be, and as we all learn, as we grow, the best you are today isn't the best you will be in 10 years. And like being self-reflective and able to go like, "Oh, I'm getting better. This is good." So I just, it is a passion. I love recording music. I love audio, and it's not like we get paid to do this, you know.
Yeah.
Like,
you act like we do though.
Yeah.
You'll sit and spend a whole night on a snare drum. You know, like where,
that's what brings
like
go to whatever makes you happy and just keep running that direction. And doing music makes me happy, man.
yeah. And we both just love making good music, so it doesn't even matter how many people listen to it. It's just that's why we're in the studio. We do it every time we can hang out. We're just doing that and want to make it perfect. So then it turns into nitpicking sessions where we're messing with one little thing. You know, it doesn't even matter.
I just have to not talk about like microphones too much to people unless I realize they're another recording nerd, because you can dissect.
Yeah, we'll
stuff
watch
so much.
shootout videos of microphones. Like that's part of our studio session.
Yeah.
Or we'll actually shoot out microphones. Like we sit there and hit a hi-hat next to every mic to make sure which is the best one.
Yeah.
now you both can pretty much play any instrument, so how do you decide when you're putting a song together who's gonna pick up what instrument and play what?
I have no idea. Kind of whatever's in the mood in the room. If
The drums is usually he has a demo if I didn't write the song or come with something, and then he was like, you should do the drums, and sometimes I go, no, you already did it, like this is done, because he doesn't believe in his drums usually, and I'm like, no, this is good, it's the takes here, let's move on, and then one of us do the bass, we both do the bass, and then we pick the best one of that.
that's been fun.
Yeah, we do that a lot.
There are some songs where he'll play the bass in the verse, I'll play the bass in the chorus, because it's like,
Yeah.
well, I really nailed this beat.
Or I did a
dude.
slide better. Like it's very cut up nowadays. With I think guitars we usually do full takes, but we have both of us are playing on it.
Yeah, piano is usually me or him. Vocals are me or him. Whatever's happening in the room too. Some days I'm not as creative musically as Tyler is, where I think I can be a little bit more of a Debbie Downer and go like, I'm not feeling it today, where Tyler's like, dude, grab a guitar. So I'll make him play guitar those nights more than me.
Yeah, and
but
sometimes we write a really good song that night
Yeah.
where he wasn't feeling it, and then you get him into it, and he's like, oh yeah,
you
I
gotta
do love
push
this.
me.
Yeah,
You gotta
yeah.
push me a little.
So how do you guys know when a song is done? Like, what is your criteria for that?
If it doesn't annoy you anymore,
I think it's more like if it ends up on an album, then it's like, okay, now we got to
It's
stop
done.
picking at it. I think that's I think we'll pick at it until it's on an album. Like these songs might even get a couple more facelifts before
Yeah.
it's done.
It's hard to say. It really is. I think once a song, if you've listened to it 100 times and you're nitpicking the hi-hat sound, it's probably done. Because now you're nitpicking the little stuff. The song is written. A lot of, even recording, like if the song is good, you can have a bad recording. Who cares? The song is that great. So if the song is written well enough, I think if you're nitpicking little stuff, it's done. You're over.
So living in a digital age, I always think back to this example of, remember when Kanye West put out a record a while back and he would pull it off of Spotify, put it back
Yeah.
on with new mixes. Are you ever tempted, because you have the capacity to do that, to just like keep pulling and adding stuff?
No.
in and
No.
out?
Yeah,
no,
I don't think
no.
we've ever really had that conversation. We probably both thought it, but yeah, I don't think we ever.
No.
Did I put the worm in your brain?
Yeah, maybe.
I think that those things exist as what they are.
Yeah.
Like dude, if you go back and listen to our
I think it would be a
record,
re-record. We would just
Yeah.
like release a separate version of it.
I love songwriting so much that like I really don't want to waste time going back and listening to old things. I'd rather write something new. Like if somebody else wanted to remix our old stuff, I'd gladly give them all the files. But like as far as me goes, I don't know how much joy I'd get out of that.
Yeah, we have enough to work with, and we hang out so much that we have so many songs that we could re-record now. Like we'll do demos and they're just kind of trash, and then but we go back to those and go, there's some gems in here. Let's polish them up and work on them. And we have too much to even do with that now. You know.
Yeah, I wanted to ask what your back catalog looks like.
Ridiculous. We were going for this what's the name of the Rarities record? Oddities and Rarities?
Yeah.
We were doing kind of like a B-side collection album in the middle of this year.
Oh, man.
And I wanted to say we had about 70 songs where we were like, these are all decent enough. And we had to whittle that down to, I don't know, 12, 15, whatever it
Yeah,
ended up being.
something like that. Yeah, the list kept getting smaller. I think at one point we were like, do we release 25 songs? And we're like, I think that's a little much. Yeah.
Yeah.
What about when you guys play shows as far as picking set list? With such a back catalog, do you kind of dig into old stuff, or do you mostly try to focus on what's you're putting out more recently?
Live is hard. It ends up usually being like an amalgamation of like, here's our 10 best songs. Doesn't matter if they're new or old. It's
We usually try to pepper new ones in, but there is
Yeah, it's one
there's
or-
like 6 that we usually play all the
Standards.
time.
we also don't play a lot of shows, so it's like
Yeah.
having to learn 10 songs as a full band is a lot harder than having to learn if me and Tyler had to learn 2, you know, if we're like playing or something.
But when you do play shows, it is a great time. If listeners out there haven't had a chance to check them out, check them out. What about when you do play? When the glitter comes out, do venues ever scold you for that, or?
I mean, usually we only do glitter at places that really like us, and usually then I'm thinking of Tom Connor right away. He gave me crap for it, but also like it brought a smile to his face, so I don't think he was mad in any way, shape, or form.
And you haven't done that for a little bit.
No, we're
you haven't
pretty-
been too gimmicky at
We're
shows.
we're not gimmicky. I'm still toothless.
Yeah, but that's real. You just don't have teeth. Like that's not gimmicky.
It's gimmicky.
I guess you could put the teeth in and try to be fake about it. I guess. That would be the gimmick.
I love it.
So if people want to find your music, where can they find it?
We finally did the DistroKid thing, so almost all of our music is on all the streaming services, Spotify, Apple Music, all that. However, our Bandcamp does have a couple songs that we didn't want to release on DistroKid for fear of copyright stuff. There was a song or two where like I would find a sample and then sing over that. So those songs aren't on all the major streaming services, but everything else is.
In physical releases, you got a few of those too, which you can pick up at shows. Did this Bandcamp have them too?
I need to get
They
on
should-
it.
they should
I'm
be, yeah.
sorry. No, yeah, they're in my garage. If anyone wants to hang out, come on over.
Anyone.
And well, okay.
Anyway,
So Tyler's brought over 2 rappers to my garage. One turned out to be this amazing rapper. We've been working with him, producing him,
C4, yeah.
which is an amazing way, and I love working with the kid. The other one he brought over was a literal crackhead. So he's 1 for 2
Yeah.
with bringing people to my garage.
He was a sweetheart of a crackhead. We just found out later that he liked that. Yeah. I don't think we're supposed to be talking about him.
well, you can always sample it on a featured track.
I'm hoping,
Yeah.
man. I'm hoping.
Well, let's get into that third track right now. You're gonna hear a quick word about one of our Thursday programs, and then more music from Republic Jenkins and the Teardrops.
I'm gonna look for fingers. I'm watching for fingers. I talk about crack and I curse.
You talking about crackheads and said fuck.
Yeah, that's horrible. Don't invite me anywhere bad.
You're okay. I've heard worse.
I don't think you
Okay.
said he didn't say he was smoking crack. We just mentioned
It was
trick.
it was fine. It's fine.
Yeah.
It's a great story, though. 100% real.
There's like the phone call. He's like, doing that.
You were on my mind. What a waste of my time. Please don't come back this way around. I've been lost, but now I'm found. so much I don't know. Hey, me, I've been down, but I'm not out. I've been lost, but now I'm found. I've been waiting my whole life, and I've been here before. Always wanting, always waiting. I know that I deserve more. I deserve more. And I've been waiting for the world to change. I've been waiting my whole life, and I've been here before. Always wanting, always waiting. I know that I deserve more. I deserve more. Come on, baby. Give it to me one more time. Oh, a little early. It's okay.
Ronaldo Jenkins and the Teardrops, Joshua Crispy, Tyler Christensen. Another track off of their upcoming EP. What's that one called, guys?
I'm assuming I deserve more unless we get creative with the title at naming time. A lot of times when we do demos, the lyrics aren't written, the songs aren't written, so they end up having the silliest names until it's actually time to like release it.
Yeah, that happens a lot. Yeah.
A lot of them are not radio friendly, correct?
Yeah, so we'll not get into that.
When you guys kind of go into writing mode or putting together a record, do you kind of look for a general vibe that you shoot for, or is it just you just keep making music and just kind of pulling what makes sense?
I think we're kind of in a vibe, and then all the songs kind of sound in that area. And then every once in a while we'll have a couple that we pick from that were older or something. Those are the weird ones. But we're usually kind of writing in an area for at least a month or two, and then we kind of come with another idea.
Yeah, we usually do.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
it's like we'll be like 4 or 5 songs are kind of similar. Then once we've kind of stolen all the tricks from those couple songs, it's like, oh, we've learned this. We're a little bit better now. We move on to a different genre, like, or not genre, but a little bit different.
Yeah,
vibe.
just the different. Like we're trying to get a certain vibe of a song that we like, or a sound, or we just come up with something completely different too. Not even trying to recreate some sort of sound, but yeah, it's usually just kind of random, pretty random, like everything else we do.
But that works too, because that way, the way the band kind of is set up, you can pretty much play a show with anybody because you can kind of tailor your set.
Yeah, we could. Yeah, and
I would love. Some of my favorite Ronaldo music is the country stuff I do. I know that's not the fans' favorite. It's no one else's favorite except for me. So I think that'd be funny to play with like an old school country band where like people only know us as this crazy punk rock band. But
yeah, we definitely have enough country stuff to
easy,
Yeah.
easy.
We should make that happen.
Yeah, I'm
What's
okay with
the
it.
country show here?
Chicken Shack.
Chicken Shack. I was gonna say, I don't know if they know anybody, but I'm on board.
You can't see it, but he's got his snakeskin boots on today
do.
too, so he's
I do.
ready. Are those real?
I mean, the real fake snakeskin.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, dude.
So, will this new EP, are you gonna get it pressed, or is this gonna be a digital only release?
Just a digital only thing. I don't know when this started for me with these Christmas releases, but it seems to make people happy, and I always have enough music, so I've just been trying to do something digital on Christmas for, I would guess, 8 years, 9 years, somewhere around there.
Yeah, I wanted to say it's always something to look forward to this
Yeah.
time of year. It's like,
That's
man,
awesome.
Give me a new release.
Yeah, we were on a like actual Christmas comp, and the guy Will Smith called me, and he was like, "Well, I know you guys have a Christmas song." I was like, "Okay, we can write one, man."
Not that Will Smith.
Not that Will Smith. Okay, do you want to hear? It's kind of like a 3-minute long story about that song,
We'd love to because I actually had Will on the show
Yeah.
like a year or two ago when that comp came out. So yes, please.
So my dad was about to die, and it was the last song I ever showed him. And I showed it to him, and I was like, Dad, I played saxophone and trumpet on this new song. You got to hear it. So I played it for him, and he just looked at me with this very discouraged look, and he's like, Josh, this isn't good. You know this, right? But he had a lot of people that go through cancer treatment have something called chemo brain. It's hard to remember thoughts and stuff like that. So he called me a week later on the phone, and he's like, Josh, I just heard your newest song. It's really not good. And I told him, I was like, Dad, you told me this in person. He went, oh, thank God. I didn't realize I already told you. Okay, I'm sorry.
He said, "Thank God that you."
Thank God.
That I already told you. It
I'm
sucked,
glad
yeah.
somebody needed to tell you how bad that song is.
And it's not that bad. It has like he plays saxophone. It will kind of play saxophone. He tries to play saxophone in it.
I play it like John Coltrane.
Yeah,
you
it's just a
know.
bunch of noises.
I get what he was saying,
Yeah.
but still hurt a tinge.
And that comp, what was that comp called?
I believe it's just Wisconsin Christmas Comp.
That's right. That's right.
And I want to say, I don't know if they did any physicals of that, but I know it was SoundCloud thing. Like you could go there and get it.
Oh, I forgot about that. I was like, we didn't name one that normal.
And
of a thing.
actually, I don't know if this says this on there, but our good friend Justin Kroll, who's written with us a little bit, did that song with us. If you listen to the very beginning, it's an acoustic demo. He just wrote like the chords, recorded it on an iPhone, sent it to me. An hour later, we sent him back a final song, mixed, recorded, lyrics, everything. That's
We've done that a few times with
Yeah.
his songs, and yeah, a couple of actually ended up on records where we're just like, let's turn this into a thing.
Another one is off our last Christmas record. I think I can say this, but Potty Cocaine was another one that he wrote the guitar part to, and then we made a masterpiece.
Yeah.
So
And again, all these songs can be found on your Bandcamp.
Yeah.
On all the other streaming services. And again, is the Bandcamp just for Nola Jenkins and the Teardrops?
I believe so.
Is it an ampersand or just A&D?
I think it's A-N-D and the Teardrops. I don't know.
Yeah, I think all of them are just the word "and." I think.
Yeah.
You could probably, if you just Google it too, it'll show you,
Yeah.
right? Yeah.
We have that link through our Facebook, but then I don't know if our Facebook is and or I don't
I'm pretty sure it's all "and." It's a good question though, that we should
great
know.
question.
I asked the hard-hitting question.
Yeah, you do.
Now, you guys have had a somewhat exciting YouTube presence for a while too, right? Especially during the pandemic.
Did we?
Did that get...
Well, that was Facebook. Are you talking about when we were doing the like karaoke thing?
Yeah, oh, that was Facebook.
Yeah, that was just
Okay,
Facebook
okay.
Live. We would just go on Facebook Live.
Yeah. Me and Tyler were both very good about social distancing with everyone else, but then we knew that like we were all each other had for our little bubble.
Yeah.
So we would just get a little bit of Grandpa's cough syrup, if you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And we would sing and drink, and it was a blast.
Yeah.
I don't know why, but we ended up taking our shirts off a lot at that.
That was like a thing, like the finale of the show was to
Yeah.
take your shirts off. We were both like half a bottle in, so it was just like, you just do that anyways, I think, when you're that far in. That was my Hendrix phase. I was drinking a lot of
Yeah,
Hendrix gin.
Ginny Hendrix.
Yeah.
The problem with that is we were doing it on Facebook Live, and I think the more that you would play copywritten music material, the second I would go live, it'd be like, your stream's taken down, you cannot put this out. And then like BMG would copyright claim it and all
Yeah, we
that
got away
stuff.
with it for like a month or two even, and then it was like we couldn't even go on anymore.
And is that because people were starting to catch on and enjoying it? And you were
Probably.
getting more and more, because I feel like it was kind of starting to grow. 'Cause
I
it was
think
a thing
that's
that
it.
people were like even people that I know
Yeah.
that didn't were just like, have you heard of these guys?
Oh,
And I'm
that's
like,
crazy.
yeah.
Yeah.
So it was
Yeah, we were just taking requests and singing along to them while getting drunk. It was like our version of like we were like we can't play any shows. We were just we had cabin fever, and that was how we dealt with it. I think.
Yeah. Yeah, I loved it.
So do you have any shows coming up that you want to plug or?
Zero.
I just realized I asked you that earlier.
Yeah.
Off air, and
Yeah.
I'm.
Well, I guess I could plug the I Voted for Kodos shows. I'm in a ska band called I Voted for Kodos, and we're having like a reunion type thing happening. So we're playing Chicago May 9th at the Cobra Lounge, and then May 10th in Appleton at a festival called Scapleton.
Have
So,
you ever played the game where you just add the word ska to different things to make? So I want him to play in Kyrgyz ska,
Yeah.
which would be ska music from Kyrgyzstan. But it's just fun.
Yeah, and then we just
Alaska
start going- yeah.
isn't that funny? But
Skaboigan.
Wait, Connecticut? Was that the one that we
California
left?
ska was just a good one. But yeah.
California ska, here I ska. Yeah.
We wrote that one too.
Well, speaking of other bands, you all have another project that you work on called Lot Lizards. And after the 7 o'clock hour here, we're going to get back into kind of talking with you about that. And we're going to debut a new song. We're going to get into that in a moment. But first, I want to let you know that it is currently 7 p.m. And you are tuned in to 91.7 FM WMSC, a broadcast service of the Milwaukee School of Engineering. We are the Big Sound Downtown Community Powered Frontier Radio. Again, my name is Matt. This is the City Rock Showgram. Tonight in the studio, Joshua Christopede and Tyler Christensen. They are in the band Ronaldo Jenkins and the Teardrops. Also in the band Lot Lizards. We're going to hear more about that in just a minute. But first, I'm going to talk to you about the weather. Currently 20 degrees on your Fahrenheit scale. Tonight, going to be a low of 2 and breezy. Tomorrow, Thursday, high of 13. Friday, high of 31. With increasing clouds. Saturday looking like a high of 40 but breezy with a chance of rain, about an 80% chance. And Sunday high of 41, mostly cloudy. So all right, we're gonna get back into the music in just a minute, but first I'll just chat with Josh and Tyler about this new Lot Lizards track. Tell the listeners a little bit about the project.
Tyler's always been way more into industrial, and he's been able to turn me on to it, which has been a blast. So the new Lot Lizards, he got an MPC beat machine, and we're thinking we're going to do a lot more like beat orientated kind of industrial than like the old hard rock. But also you say that then if a regular rock song comes out, it comes out.
Yeah,
but
the first two Lot Lizards were really just any song that was too heavy to be a Ronaldo song.
Yeah.
And then it just evolved into its own band. But it was really like, oh, this is a little too screamy or whatever for Ronaldo. And then it just turned into like, let me try to make like a Nine Inch Nails record kind of thing is what this next one is. And we really only have like 3 songs, I think, right now. And this is the only one that's like done. And even this one we told you earlier, like we nitpicked it a little bit, and it's actually a different version than it was like 4 days ago. So yeah, we'll probably still keep doing that. We don't really have a time to release this. I would guess around summertime probably is when the new Lot Lizards was come out.
it's the great thing about not being on a label is whenever it feels right.
Yeah, there's no deadline. It's just, yeah, whenever I start writing more, or he actually writes a little. We have a cool idea for like doing this in between sound, so we were messing with that and stuff.
I want to make him hear a Spanish song.
Yeah, it's
Never
it's like a
mind.
Spanish kind of thing, like we're gonna put in the middle of it. But yeah, kind of like a intermission between each song. But yeah, we'll see what happens.
All right, let's debut it. New track from Lot Lizards. It's called New Religion. Debuting right here on the City Rock Showgram. Uh-oh. There we go.
I was looking if I should run over there, like I would know how to fix it. Like I don't know what I'm doing.
It's a new CD player,
Yeah.
and sometimes the equipment just doesn't work.
Well, the second it didn't play, I was like, I actually didn't check this because I don't have a CD player
Oh,
in my
shit.
car
Oh, yeah.
anymore. So like there was that 1 second of fear, like just abandon it. I'll play my
And yeah,
guitar.
and bird CDs are weird sometimes.
Yeah.
I thought the zipper was down the whole time. Yeah, I was just gonna put it in the case real quick. Yes, sir. Oh, I didn't realize what you were doing. Tyler saw you turn it down when I got to the heavy part, and I was making a big deal about how this is the loudest song I've ever mixed.
Oh yeah, I'm definitely keeping mine on my
I was just like, it is loud. with the live stuff.
Do you want me to turn this off, or do you want me to keep it on while you're still talking? Do you want this on?
Sure.
Okay.
I can edit.
And then you can you'll be able to download this show. I'll send you a link tomorrow, so that you can, if you want to pull your up.
Awesome. That'd be awesome. Thank you so much, man. That's always so cool how like everything is archived with you guys.
It is, unless something happens and then it gets deleted.
Yeah.
So like all my old shows I used to do like 15 years ago, that was like 3 in the morning. They're all gone.
Oh, that sucks.
So like my 3-hour mid-roll
yes,
show, gone.
Damn.
World premiere. New Lot Lizards track, New Religion. Tyler, Joshua, thanks for hanging out tonight.
Thanks for having us, man.
Anytime.
Yeah.
So, talk to me about Lot Lizards, since obviously you guys have multiple projects. Like, how do you determine, okay, this is going to be a Ronaldo song, this will be a Lot Lizard song?
Lot Lizards, like Tyler said, it was just songs that were too heavy for Ronaldo. And I think we always treated Lot Lizards as this like, oh, that's cute, we have some songs we released. We went on YouTube quite recently, actually, and like maybe the best Ronaldo song is like 400 views or something. Lot Lizards would have 600. So like I think we actually should
Yeah.
dedicate more time to Lot Lizards.
And we have like zero promotion.
Yeah,
for
we don't
Lot
play
Lizards, and for some
shows.
reason, people like it more. So maybe there's something there. We need to do more heavy songs, I guess.
I don't know.
Now, if you guys ever did play a show, would you just do like the 2-man, like Japan Droids kind of vibe? Just you two up there?
We
just-
would love to have a drummer, but it's really hard to find a good drummer nowadays. So I don't know. I think that would probably be what we'd have to do, like a backing track kind of thing. And like one of us would play bass and one would play guitar, probably.
Then we've talked about it too. That's just hard to figure out like which one of us would do bass or guitar. Or would
Yeah.
we switch off for every other song? Because on the records, it is probably 50-50. Me and him are both on guitar, both on bass.
We also talked about having bass in the backing track too. We both just play crazy guitar stuff. So yeah, we don't know. I talk about it more than he does. It's kind of like
The
it's not
logistics
gonna-
scare me.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, it's just, it's
And
too
I'm always
much.
like, well, what if? And I think if we found like the right drummer and that was like really into it, I think that would push us over to do it. But I think trying to do the backing track and all that stuff, it scares us a little bit. Where like so much could go wrong that like it's just kind of not worth it. Let's just release the songs and have fun with that. But yeah, the right drummer might make us change our mind on that.
Yeah.
There you go, drummers that are out there listening. If someone did want to get in contact with you, like they were doing book a show or something, how would they track you down to say, hey, we'd love to have you come
I
out?
feel like I'm not supposed to give out my home phone number on the
I was thinking the email, but you can do your phone.
No, I mean, I don't have to.
Exactly.
No, just
Really, just Facebook Messenger.
Facebook me. I have my own personal one. You might be able to find. I won't say that name. Or wait, that doesn't matter. But Ronaldo Jenkins and the Teardrops has their own. Lot Lizards have their own. We're in control of both of those ones. And then the studio that I run is called Ruthless and Toothless. That one also has its own message me feature, which I have access to. So reach out to me. I was gonna say I'm a good chit chatter. I'll make it work.
So what's next? I guess after you guys put out this Ronaldo EP in December, and then move on to the Lot Lizard stuff. Anything else on the horizon for 2025?
Every time I get writer's block, the next month 5 new songs come. So I there's nothing on the books. There's no ideas, huge picture things, but there's I don't know. I feel like right last month before I got sick, like we were on a roll with
Yeah.
music. So
And it's with shows too. It's like we could randomly be asked to play something next month, and if it's a good show, we're gonna do it. That's usually how shows work out. It's really not planned ahead. It's like, hey, we need someone to play a show here, and if it's like
what was
a
that?
cool one, we do it. Yeah.
What was that bigger band? Radkey played Cactus, and I feel like somebody backed out. So then we got in a great slot. So like we'll take any back
and
out slot.
That's
we'll
a for
go.
sure. Yes, yeah,
Yeah.
something like that happens. Yeah.
That might have been the Psychophonics one too. Like the 2 of the bigger shows we played recently, I think
Yeah.
bands backed out of it. We
Yeah,
took
the
it.
Cactus Club ones kind of happen randomly because we're in contact with those people.
Yeah.
And then our friend Tom O'Connor, if he asks us to do something that like looks good, we do it. You know, we played a really cool show for his birthday a while back where it was on the roof of his apartment, and like we were like, we've never done that before. We're like, oh, this is amazing. We have to do that. Like, so that was a for sure yes.
Is that
yeah.
video online?
Yeah, I think we did finally put it
think
up.
it's
I think it's on
online.
YouTube. It's not a great video, but we're on a roof.
It's
Like,
our Beatles performance, man.
Yeah.
The Beatles or the B Sharps?
The B sharp.
Do you know which band did it before the Beatles?
I don't.
Jefferson Airplane.
Ah, there you go.
I was gonna say I'm not a big fan, but I always thought that was like cool that they did it.
How did they fit the airplane on top of it?
Okay,
Um,
just look away.
how do you pull off doing a rooftop show without any noise complaints or the cops showing up?
You know Racine, so to some of your listeners, they might not. But Sebastian's, he essentially rented the apartment above Sebastian's, and we played on that rooftop in downtown Racine.
Wait, are you trying to say salutes?
Salutes. Sebastian's on the north side. Sorry, thank you. Some of your listeners might not know Racine.
There's also a club right next to us too. Like an actual club was right next to his apartment, and like there's people on the balcony of that watching us. Like so, we had like a mini show going on besides that from the bar next to us, which was fun.
I think it was just because of the club and that. And I think we were also done by like 11. Like we were a little respectful. We were a little respectful with the show.
Yeah, we ended around 10ish, I think.
Okay,
yeah.
even earlier then.
Yeah. Oh, we did go a little. Maybe it was like 10:30, 11. But there,
They
again,
kept-
there's a bar next to us that was super loud. and
They
it's
kept throwing
downtown.
down more money for us to do songs, so we just kept covering songs. Like we did play a little
Yeah.
bit later. Was that the first time we ever covered Marshall Tucker Band?
That was the Marshall Tucker.
That
Band.
was a weird streak where we covered them at every show that I never once learned the lyrics.
No,
though.
he just kept saying the train line in like different ways.
Running down to Georgia, gonna find a train now.
Yeah, it wasn't even right. The train wasn't even the right spot.
Dude, that's an artsy lyric.
The one
The
at the
train
bar-
wasn't in the right spot.
The one at the bar where you just started pointing out things.
There
It
is
was
a
like-
dartboard.
That was fun.
Yeah, that was a good song.
You guys obviously have other band members in Ronaldo.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to shout out to them, or
Sure.
are they just kept in the?
I believe right now we officially have 5 people. Is Ryan officially?
I think Ryan's official. Yeah.
All right, so Scott Moriarty, our bass player, Bert McCracken.
I was thinking the same joke.
Bert, what is Bert's last name? Oh, I feel bad now.
I would love to help you here, but I don't know.
Hang on, it's his email. Oh, but I don't have my phone. Anyways, Bert, I love you, Bert.
Bert, we love you,
I just
Bert.
don't, Bert McCracken. And then our newest addition, Ryan has been playing keys, Ryan Gehrig from Live Tetherball, which has been a blast.
Awesome.
And Bert is in Black Belt Theater.
Yep.
Scott's been doing a lot of other projects, but I don't know if he's had anything.
Ryan is in Live Tetherball tonight, which is an amazing band. If
Yeah.
you like Midwest emo stuff, really good band. Yeah.
Excellent.
You're still trying to think of Bert's
I can't
name,
think of
aren't you?
Bert's
I
name.
have no idea. So like, if you're not gonna get it, I'm not.
My
gonna
only
get it.
hope is that he's not listening. Or that's also
Yeah.
like.
No, he's gonna hear. He's crying right now.
Well, we're gonna do a quick promotional spot, and then we'll wrap up with you guys in just a moment. Keep it tuned here, friends. It is WMSC. It is the City Rock Showgram.